Good morning, good morning. It's 6:30 and I have just made my coffee. I have powdered Coffee Mate, sugar-free Coffee Mate coffee chocolate. That's what I'm trying to say. Sugar-free chocolate Coffee Mate powder and some half and half in my cup. And pour in my coffee. Oh yes, the best time of the day. It makes me a happy camper. You know what? This cup is so big that it holds almost all of this. When I use a smaller cup, I feel like I get more. Okay. Nice. Now then, put that spoon in the sink. So, I'm just going to do some cinnamon rolls. I thought I'd have two guys here this morning, but I have one. One left at 4:15. And so this will save until after work easily with some foil on it. They don't mind a bit when they're left over. They'll eat them the next day. So I just have, is this just the basic ones, right? Yeah. So the oven is already preheated to 375. And I'm going to open these up. I'm going to lay down some whipping cream and some cinnamon sugar. First, I'm going to spray the pan. Okay, get that all sprayed out nice. And then I just take the whipping cream and, I gotta open it up. All right, I'm not working too well. It's really early. So I'm just gonna, about that much, and then I'm gonna spread it around like this. I don't want them to drown in it. I just want it to be coated. Oh, but that's not all. I do that. I only learned this because of YouTube. Cinnamon sugar dust. Get it all around. The dogs don't even know I left the bed yet. You'll know when they do. They start howling like we've been abandoned. Our mama no longer wants us. In a high-pitched voice, poodle voice. Just lay them down on that, and then doesn't this look a little giraffe to you? You're having giraffe rolls. The frosting is still in here. I should have bought some vanilla frosting. Usually this time of year I have a can of actual vanilla frosting in my fridge in the door, and I just put the lid back on it, and I don't use the stuff that comes out of the can, but I use the stuff that comes out of my fridge, you know. So 375, 13 to 18 minutes. I'm going to check it at the low end and then see. Okay. All right, I just took them out. I'm going to let them set for just a minute or two until they're not absolutely screaming hot. I put this through the microwave for, I don't know, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, something like that. And, well, I did it in 2 intervals, so it equaled 9 seconds. I don't want to make it too runny, but I want it to be, so I don't have to spread it, I just pour it. From other YouTube users, I have learned that that's the way to go. You get everybody, and you get better coverage if you microwave the frosting just a tiny bit. I got just a little bit in here. I'm going to get that out with a spoon and add it. There we go. I'm going to just put a spoon, put a spoon here, and then they can cut them out whenever they get ready, and they might stay a little bit warmer. There's one kid here. Okay, I'm back, and everybody's out of the house except me now, and so instead of cleaning bathrooms and folding laundry, which I am going to do, I keep saying I'm going to do this. I have to do this. I fell down this rabbit hole. So I was, picking up things around my craft corner that I have, and everything is so disorganized. And so I fell down the rabbit hole of organization. What I've got here is just some of the paper that I have. I have no reason to get paper. I have it in all seasons, and I'm putting it in one of those file folders that opens like an umbrella almost, with multiple pockets, and I'm putting it in by seasons. Like I would call this either fall or Easter, because it's orange and white. And then St. Patrick's Day and summer, and I've got a miscellaneous, of course, and yellow, springtime, and red. Could be Christmas, could be 4th of July, it could be Valentine's Day, which I have a spot for that. So anyway, it goes on and on and on, and I've got so much that I didn't know that I had, and it's good to organize when you find out you don't need what you might accidentally buy over and over. So that is how it's going for me right now. I am having we'll call it brunch. It's 9:15 a.m. That's a bunch of hummus, just plain hummus. It's not flavored. And it's high in protein. And I had 2 cheese sticks already too, so protein there. And then the rest is veggies, and that'll be brunch. And then I'll eat again at 2 o'clock-ish. And then I'll eat again before maybe 6. So 3 meals. Anyway, I know you needed to know when and what I eat, right? Okay. Hey everybody, I just went out into the front yard and I got some leaves off my ginkgo tree, and it is getting ready to be done. All the leaves are bright yellow like this. That's the only color that they turn on the ginkgo, on mine anyway. And I was going to say something else. That I read somewhere that some of the oldest fossils that they found have been ginkgo leaves. They have this really unusual, I don't know how that works, if it's because of, I don't know, floods or something, but they preserved until they were fossilized, or prints of fossils, I would say, in rock. Anyway, they kind of look like a goat's foot, don't they? And they have all kinds of, I'm not a health professional, and I don't know anything about it except for what I wrote. There's a lot of health benefits to ginkgo. I don't know if it's the bark or the leaves or both or what, but it's kind of a cool tree. When we first moved in, it was just a stick coming up out of the ground, and we thought it was a weed. Nobody pulled it up. And now it's a big tree. So it's kind of cool for us. I'm waiting on one of my kids to get home from Costco. I asked them to pick me up 2 rotisserie chickens so I can pick it off the bone and use it for sandwich, like I always do. And I thought I would, instead of using beef on my enchilada casserole this week, I'll use chicken. So that'll be nice. Hey everybody, pizza's here. I'm not eating it, but one of the guys has already had 2 pieces. I don't know if it's the same on the bottom as it is on the top. They're $10 a piece, so it's a pretty good deal. Let me see if I can get this open. Yeah, this one's just cheese. And they will chew on this for 2 or 3 days. I am going to resist getting into this rotisserie chicken with my bare hands and use silverware and a feeding utensil. So, there we have it. My favorite part of chicken, any chicken, is the wings. Are the wings. Because they're just the best, I think. And I also have some breast here. Well, here's today's check-in on the amaryllis. And so, like I said before, I just turn it a little bit every day. And this one's got its baby getting tall. And then over this one, he's still short. But there's going to be a 3rd baby on this one. There may be one on the other. And yes, there is. On this one, too. Right there. See that little tiny nub? So, this is working out well. They're going to maybe make it.